Testing, testing, testing. Looks good. All right, looking good. Okay, our doors are closed. Let's retract it.
To set parking brakes to request ground services.
Okay. Let's operate the jetway. Get that undocked. And let's wow. Okay. Oh, and now the doors are open again? What the heck? Okay, let's close the doors. Okay. Welcome aboard, everybody. We are in Paris today, attempting again to do a flight, which we had started the other day, but our system froze. And long story short, I think it's to do with having that outside view window, unfortunately. So I'm trying this flight today without the outside view. We also have less, I mean, you can see the outside view through the forward-looking screen, but not through the top right one. So I've not set that up intentionally, just to see if everything works fine. So we're on the ground in Charles de Gaulle Airport at Parking Bay Charlie 08, and we've got we are Air Europa, and a max 8 with a capacity of 189, and we've got 180 passengers today, plus our 6 crew, so 186 souls on board. So I'm just getting our APU started up, and we'll take it from there. Another big difference today compared to the other day when I was doing this, trying to do this route, is that was an event. No event today, other than Europe being relatively busy. It's sort of mid-afternoon in Europe right now, so folks are still working. So traffic and ATC is not huge at the moment. And you can see Paris in the bottom left, and up to Copenhagen covered in clouds at the moment. But very little ATC along the way except for Amsterdam, and that is let's see what they're called, Amsterdam radar. Amsterdam very busy. Okay. Okay, APU on the bus. Let's set the timer 2 minutes and we'll put the bleeds on. Oh boy. It's happened to me again, unfortunately. MCP blanked. You can see it. It's all blanked out. All right. Stand by. We're going to restart. So, ground power off. APU bleed is off, so, and APU off. And battery off. Sorry about that, folks. We're going to have to start all over again. We're still not through our problems. Okay, luckily there's no ATC, so maybe we'll have a chance at setting up quickly. It is pretty frustrating though. It's like, what is causing this? When I don't do recordings, I did do a flight last night and it was perfect. So was it something to do with that? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to shut down this machine and restart the server. But the P3D machine remains running. Scheduled departure time is in about 12 minutes. All right, stand by, folks. Okay, folks, I'm back. Let's see what we can do now to raise it. Okay, launching the server software. The other thing which faded and I haven't reconnected it is my dimmer for the screen, for all the screens here. I have independent dimmers, one for the overlay of basically everything on the screen, and then one for the underlay of the weather and terrain, and that's all attached to a joystick, and sometimes that's finicky, and then if it doesn't work, everything goes to 50% bright. So I've just disconnected it, which will give it 100% bright. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, server software connected. So the only thing we need to do is a nicety more than anything. We're just going to update the tail number for this aircraft. It's Air Europa, and the tail number is Echo Charlie November Bravo Lima. That's fictitious, by the way. Air Europa does not have any Maxes in real life. Okay, let's put the battery power on. Let's augment with ground power. Okay, we're good there. Let's put window heat on, trim air and lights. Okay, our fire panel is back. Sounds good. Just plugging in our airport coordinates, and we are at gate Charlie 08, and our route is Paris. We've got load the sim brief, so we're looking for LFPG EKCH for Copenhagen, and let's request that. There were several aircraft on the ground when I first got to Paris, and now we're the only ones. It's taken us a while to get started. Okay, let's load that flight plan. Flight today is Air Europa 838, and we're expecting runway 26 right. We'll activate that, execute. Fuel loading is complete. That fuel amount looks right. And departure should be 26 right. And it should be a normal 6 Bravo. Normal 6 Bravo. Execute. Okay, and then our arrival, we're expecting 22 left. ILS 22 left. And it's a Tudlow 3 Charlie. Execute. Okay, fuel loading complete. Let's try boarding again. Oh, we were already boarded. Okay.
Refueling truck is on its way.
No. It's ridiculous. We're gonna have to correct the fuel amount once this truck comes. Okay, let's carry on. Got about 3 minutes, 20 seconds before we get our IRSs aligned. So let's go ahead and accept the fuel calculation. Okay, so reserves 3.4 and cruise winds.
Fuel truck is in position.
315,106. Minus 55. Outside temperature. Execute. We'll do flaps 5. And let's get the trim. .8. Okay, 5.8 set. Okay. We'll just do that as an initial. Let's load the wind data. And then VNAV forecast page. We'll accept the forecast. Okay, let's close the doors as well. Okay, doors closed. Passengers in their seats. Okay, let's revisit the calculation for dispatch. Okay, so airport LFPG runway 26 right, intersection Tango 9er. So we have some options at least. And takeoff weight 152.1. I somehow configured this for pounds today. Usually when I'm in Europe, I'm flying kilos with European airlines. Okay, center of gravity 21.3. So let's run the calculation on that. It's interesting, everything I had set here before is still set. 122.8. Okay, so we've run the calculation. It's going to be a D rate N1. It's a double D rate. Assumed temperature 33. Okay, that's still the same as before, as far as I remember. And V1 is 126. Rotate is 143. The figures are different here, and there's various reasons for it. Not the least of which is that this is ESA versus the SIM is based on FAA. So ESA being a little bit more conservative, being more cautious than FAA. Okay, so let's set that up here, 147. Set. And runway 264, and that's still set.
Sorry, all the traffic, Air France 7 Charlie Delta entering final runway 25. Paris, all the traffic.
264, and we're doing altitude 10,000. We'll put the flight directors on VNAV, LNAV. Fuel flow reset. And brakes to RTO. Okay, folks. Doors have been closed, air bridge retracted. Let's get smart cars running. Landing altitude should be 0. Cruise altitude is 360. And our flight today is on VATSIM. And let's get that started up. So Romeo and Tango Niner will push back facing right. Okay. All set. Before start
Paris Orly
checklist.
traffic, Air France 7 Charlie Delta, lining up to enter final for runway 25.
Hey Patrick,
Paris
how are you
Orly
doing?
traffic, 20 miles out.
We're trying again. I've been having some difficulties, as you might be able to tell from my streams. Okay, flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we've checked the amounts. That's what we need. Passengers, seatbelt signs on. Windows locked, MCP is set, and takeoff speeds are set. CD pre-flight completed, trim has been set. Taxiing, I mentioned, we'll probably be going Tango Alpha 3, Romeo, and then Tango Niner for the short field, short runway. And anti-collision lights on before start checklist completed. Charles de Gaulle traffic, Europa 838, out of stand Charlie 8 will be pushing back shortly facing east. Charles de Gaulle traffic. Right folks, let's get that APU started up. How you doing, Patrick? Everything good? We're almost on our way. Looking forward to getting out of here. Oh. No, yeah. Well, the chaos that I followed about 2024 was the launch day. And they completely underestimated server requirements to support that. But that's all I know. So I didn't know there's ongoing chaos.
Establishing runway left runway 25.
Okay, we can get the APU on. We'll set our timer for 2 minutes before we put the APU bleeds on. Meanwhile, announcement. Welcome aboard, folks. We're sorry for the delay. We had to recycle our cockpit computers. Things seem to be okay now. And we'll be pushing back very shortly. We'll be taking off on runway 26 right today. We should be underway in a few minutes. Thanks for your patience.
I'm already at 139 at the moment, just ahead of you. I'm not sure how this one's going to work.
Easy 109.
This is Air France 7 Charlie Delta. I'm already at 139 knots, just ahead of you here, just getting to the I-25, 139 knots.
Okay, let's prepare for push and departure.
Paris Orly traffic, Air France 7 Charlie Delta, runway 25, 12 miles to run.
So that's Orly, not de Gaulle. No concern for us. And we've got our guy on the ground coming to tell us we're ready for push.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Roger, we are ready too. Okay, there we are, 2 minutes. Let's get the APU
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
on. Okay, dual bleeds on. So now, like, we can turn the packs off, anticipating startup and disconnect ground equipment. Okay, here comes the pushback truck. Turn all the
Locking
fuel
gear.
pumps on. We'll start with engine number 2 today.
Early traffic, easy 109er on ELS, runway 25.
I tell you, what I really love is the overlay of traffic now, VATSIM traffic. I can look at my Navigraph charts and see if there's anybody in my way for pushing back, so I can actually be in the cockpit. Okay, we're gonna do a nose right.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, parking brakes released
Commencing push.
at
All
15.
engines clear. Start at will.
Start engine number 2. Pushing back at 15:01. Not bad. Our scheduled departure time was 14:50, and we got all set up and then had to restart the whole shaboodle. Okay, we're motoring 21%. Yeah, no outside view today, folks. The view in the top right-hand corner, I used to have my outside view. I'm thinking that that's contributing to some issues I'm having. Fuel flow on. All right. We're getting oil pressure and N1 now rising.
Orly traffic, Air France 7 Charlie Delta, 5 miles to run, runway 25, Orly traffic.
Now looking at van scope. Yeah, no ATC until Amsterdam, and I think we are routed in that
Set parking brakes.
Early traffic,
Amsterdam radar.
easy 109er on final.
Parking
runway
brakes set.
25.
Unlocking gear.
Into 56%. Okay, let's start engine number 1. While we're doing that, let's take a look at our current QNH for Charles de Gaulle. 1013, and
Tow
we have
track
that set.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Roger.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Motoring 20.9%. Thanks, buddy. Anti-collision light is on. So we did the performance calculations for, okay, fuel flow on. We did the performance calculations for a short runway, so Tango 9er. So we'll probably execute on that. Into 38% rising. Oil pressure rising, oil temp rising, oil quantity 19%. No fuel virtually on the center tank. We don't need the center tank pumps on. And do 50%. Okay, 2 good engine starts. Let's get them on the bus. Okay, both have got providing juice. Let's do the APU bleed off and APU off. Packs back on. Your damper on. Checking the cross feeds, bright, dim, bright. Checked. Taxi light on. And probe heat electrics. Engine start switches to continuous. NTI is not needed. Packs are back on. APU is off. Okay.
All traffic,
Flaps
France
5.
7 Charlie Delta, vacating runway 25 at Whiskey 35.
Checking the controls. And rudder left. Rudder right. We're all set, folks. So we're gonna go Tango 9er. Okay. Charles de Gaulle traffic. Europa 838 out of stand Charlie 8 is taxiing to runway 26 right via Tango Alpha 3, Romeo, and then Tango 9er. We're going to do the short runway today. Charles de Gaulle traffic. Okay, let's do before taxi checklist. Generators are on, probe heat on, NTI is not needed. Isolation valves on auto. Engine start switches to continuous. Recall checked. Auto brakes RTO. Engine start levers idle to 10. Flight controls checked and ground equipment clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
I will report hold short runway 23.
All traffic, Air France 7 Charlie Delta, taxiing stand uniform 05 via Whiskey.
Gosh, are we really on our way? It sure looks like it. You see that oval there? I've stood in Paris at that spot from inside the terminal building looking this way. That's why I situated myself here. Hey, self, many years ago. I think it was 2019 I was standing there. Okay, we're on Tango Alpha 3 now. And we'll make a left onto Romeo. We've got 180 passengers today. Our Air Europa aircraft will actually take up to 189 passengers. So we're not quite full today. 9 open seats. It's a single class configuration. Okay, let's make a left onto Romeo. somebody else taking off on our parallel runway 26 left. And you can see him making his way there. I think we can speed up a little bit. You can see that aircraft crossing straight ahead. To me, that looks like a Max. I think this is about a 2-hour flight. Take off at 15:10. Land at 16:48. It's about an hour and 40-minute flight. Boy, he's taking a really short runway on Whiskey 6. I don't know what airline he is. Should just about to see him out of our right window. Oh, that's also, I can't tell for sure, but that looks like an Air Europa as well. Anyway, not to worry. Let's keep going until Tango 9er. But there's nobody else, so we can start configuring weather on my side, terrain on the FO side. Let's get our lights on. And we'll get our strobes on. TARA. Before takeoff checklist, flaps have been set and trim is set. Before takeoff checklist. Not this one. And it's not the next one, but it's the one after that. Apparently it's snowing outside. Okay, let's take this. Tango 9er. just pull out from here and check. Looks like we're clear for takeoff. Charles de Gaulle traffic, Europa 838 lining up runway 26 right for immediate departure on a Norma 6 Bravo departure for Copenhagen. Charles de Gaulle traffic.
Approaching 26 right.
Get out. SID lined up on our display. Okay, Victor, you all set?
On runway 26
All set.
right.
Throttle up to 40%. Stabilize, Toga. Airspeed alive.
80 knots.
Release forward pressure. Takeoff thrust set.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps 1. Flaps up. And let's go command A. Charles de Gaulle traffic, Europa 838 airborne, passing 3,500 feet for 10,000, flight level 100. Correction, flight level 10. Sorry, one more correction, flight level 100 is correct. Okay. On the way, folks. Everything seems to be working now. After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds are on, packs are on auto. Landing gear is up and flaps are up, no lights. After takeoff checklist completed. Let's continue climbing now to our flight level 360. Charles de Gaulle traffic, Europa 838 now climbing from flight level 68 for flight level 360 final cruise and final call. Charles de Gaulle traffic. I can't believe we're on the way. To our right-hand turn shortly. Any of these points are on our plan. Papa Golf 265, let's see if that's there. It is. 264 was 13.6. And 265 coming up. Five 13.4 after 4 minutes. So we're about 300 pounds over the plan at this point with fuel. I always like it when we got more fuel than less. So we're on our way now to Nurmo, namesake of the standard instrument departure. Gonna switch the SID off and put the traffic back on. It looks as if Amsterdam went offline. Yeah, they've gone offline. Now we got a straight shot to Copenhagen. Still have 20 arrivals coming in. So it's right now 15, almost 15:30 Zulu. Climbing through flight level 191 for 360. Yeah, we got a bit of turbulence here. But I think I'm going to accept it without putting seatbelt signs back on because it is clearing up. Checking the VNAV. Yeah, we'd be better off at flight level 380. Let's go straight to that. Unicom traffic, Europa 838, climbing out of flight level 266 for 360. We're amending our cruise, final cruise from 360 to 380. So currently climbing to flight level 380, Unicom traffic. Okay, so let's amend that. 380. Execute on that. And this should be up to 380. And that's up to 380. Okay. Alright, seatbelts back on. Does not look good. That's a strong wind. 128 knots, 129 knots. About 14 miles to Nurmo. We'll do a time check as well as a fuel check in Nurmo. Hundred and 43 knot wind now. Buffet alert. Get ready to take it off autopilot if as necessary. See what it's going to be like at 380. steady now. Awesome. Didn't like that turbulence very much. Did I miss normal? I did. So let's do it at Solix. Peron was 12.1. Solix. Looks like 16 minutes. And 12. So 300 pounds more fuel than the plan, and we are 1 minute ahead of the schedule based on our takeoff time. Still getting that turbulence. Like this turbulence is going to persist throughout our flight. Wow, that's not good. Well, let's just check if that is turbulence. Let's see the weather. The layers, let's take turbulence out of the question. The radar, yeah, that was all turbulence. So it looks like we're going to continue to have turbulence throughout the flight. Turning that layer off for now. Do we have ATC coming up?
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight attendants will shortly be making their way through the cabin.
We're leveling out.
Beverages of your choice. There will also be a selection of goods available for purchase, and we can accept most credit
big picture, we have.
If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Now I'd like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Yeah, big picture, we have 520 miles to go. Arrival time 16:55. It's now 15:35, so we've got about an hour and 20 minutes to landing. Top of descent, it should be at 16:27, so less than an hour top of descent. Okay, there's less wind up here than we were lower down. Still appears to be turbulence though. We'll leave the seatbelt sign on. Okay folks, I'm going to leave the cockpit for a bio break. I'll be right back. Alright, back in the cockpit. No ATC.
Traffic of conflict. Traffic.
I'm not seeing that traffic.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Okay, so about
Traffic.
45 minutes to
Clear of
our
conflict.
top of descent.
Traffic.
It's annoying.
Clear of conflict. Traffic.
Traffic is more than 10 miles away. So
Traffic.
let's set up for our
Clear of
arrival.
conflict.
Looking at
Traffic.
how annoying
Clear
is
of
that?
conflict.
Yeah, that should have been clear of conflict a long time ago. Okay, weather. Okay, METAR anyway at Copenhagen Kastrup. We're looking at light showers of rain. Winds 230 at 11, so 22 left should be the correct runway for us in Copenhagen. So I am going to take a look at here we've already selected 22 left, so we're going to tune in the ILS frequency, which is 109.5. 109.5 set on the left side and 109.5 set on the right side. Course will be 217. Both sides. Let's pull up that ILS. Here. Switch the traffic off for a minute. Okay, so let's do a Cat 2 decision height 108 feet. So we'll set it at 110. And let's do another fuel check at Helen and figure out what we're doing, but so our intercept is going to be at 3,000 feet. This approach is also 3,000 feet. And we're going for Parking Bay Alpha 22. But we could also do Alpha 6, Alpha 8. Hey, Adarsh. Hey, I'll open up my Discord for you. Yeah, thanks. It's been a shaky road. I mean, even on this flight, I had to restart. I didn't want to get everybody's hopes up that I was going to be online, but I am. So let me just run my Discord. I mean, no obligation, but why not, right? And this is a low traffic time right now. So I'm opening up my Discord and I'm going into flight deck crew only. Hello, hello.
Yeah, hey Paul, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Yeah, my sim has seen better days, but I'm slowly troubleshooting what the heck's going on. Even now, I'm operating without my dimmer on my computer screens in the cockpit, because that probably needs some contact spray. But other than that, and then I don't have my outside view because I think that was contributing to glitchiness in my system.
Okay. But it's nice to see you back in the cockpit again.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Tomorrow, I'm doing a flight. I think, what is it? It's between. It's from Dubai to Istanbul.
At what time?
Dubai to. Oh, at what time? I forget. It's a VATSIM event. Do you have that software, VATSIM? Oh no, you looked up something different. You don't have it. Okay, let me check. Hang
on. Don't worry, I'll check. You focus on your flight. It's I guess it's getting close to top of descent, or maybe it has passed the top of descent.
Now top of descent is actually 350 miles to go. So 1627 is when we'll get there, and it's 1547 now. So in about 40 minutes time.
40 minutes. Great.
Okay, so now I'm just checking my fuel burn, so we can do a preliminary calculation for weight on landing. VATSIM 11.1. 11.1. That's 500. So let's just assume 700 pounds over for the landing. 700 pounds over will be
is it Dubai to Istanbul bridges skylines? I believe, right?
52.5. Okay, flaps 30, 148 initially. Sorry, say it again. It sounds right.
Bridges skylines Dubai to Istanbul.
Yeah, that's it. So what time is the event opening?
It's 17:30 VATSIM time. So it's 17:30 Zulu, I believe, right?
Yeah, 17:30 Zulu. So, it's not necessarily the case that I will take off at that time, but I'll have to look at the window and do some calculations and do my flight plan, and then but it's, roughly in that time frame.
Yeah, sure. It's in my time frame also, so I'll try to join.
Okay, awesome. Dubai is always a nice airport to arrive and depart from, and I also have the scenery for Istanbul, so I'm just gotta set up some parking gates. Okay,
yep, sounds good.
I think we're set with that. So now I'll just do a VBT calculation. Uh-oh. Yeah, we just had a weather injection and we're overspeeding now. So we'll try to help our aircraft. Perhaps slow down with our speed brakes. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so we said 700. EKCH. Runway 22 left. No gradient. Flap config, flaps 30. Landing weight, we're talking about 152.5. Sorry, what am I talking about? 700 over will be 140.
Hello, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanted to inform you that I got my roommate's health is not good, so I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I hope your roommate gets better soon, but I completely understand.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers for now.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
It should be 146.2. 146,200. Okay, let's calculate with that. And I did it wrong here, so it should be 146.2. 146.2 over here. Okay, note the VRAF additive is 6 knots today. Okay, let's take a look where we want to vacate at Copenhagen. So at Copenhagen, we usually try to vacate by Bravo 3 or Bravo 4, but I think Bravo 3 might be more realistic. Were those listed?
Skip traffic, go to hold for the aircraft I can.
Bravo 4, well, I think we're going to do auto brakes 3. If we don't make Bravo 4, we'll easily make Bravo 3. That's correct. Okay. So Bravo 4 or Bravo 3. Exit right. Bravo 3 or Bravo 4. Bravo 4 being the more realistic. Okay, let's walk through the arrival procedure, which we're expecting, which is Tudlow 3 Charlie. And that's what you see on the chart. Let me see if I can show both things on there. Okay. So, get onto my legs page here. First waypoint in the arrival is Tudlow. So let's get to that. Uh-oh. Again, we're having this issue. Okay, slow down.
Skipper traffic, EV48 Delta Romeo, currently on 10 Bravo. Got a few issues, so we're going to be holding here. So any traffic from taxi behind us, preferably taxi and Alpha to avoid us. Thank you.
Alright, we're going to be out of this overspeed situation shortly. Okay, we're out of it. Ah, it's annoying. That's a weather injection.
Traffic Alpine 8 Tango, crossing runway 36.
Okay, too low. No constraints. The first one is core, and core actually happens to be. We've done a holding pattern over core before, but I guess Lugas is the where we might do a holding if it's necessary. So Corsa. Maximum speed is 250 knots. Then Charlie Hotel 654. We need to be at or below flight level 120. Okay, and then next. Next. Let's get a step through this. Next with a constrained. No constraints. Okay, Ebegi. That's the last waypoint on the arrival, and then we're supposed to expect vectors. We should be at 220 knots and at or below flight level 4,000 or 4,000 feet. And then we're going to make a right base for runway 22 left. So we're going to be self-vectoring, and we want to go down to 3,000 feet for that intercept. Which pull up here.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Yeah, 3,000 feet at OXS. Okay. All right. So there you have it. There's another aircraft in front of us, but about 4,000 feet below, but I'm not seeing it. We're over Amsterdam radar airspace right now. Not too long a flight, this one. Top of descent in 223 miles. So really in half an hour we'll begin our descent. I'm gonna let folks out of their seats now. Try it again while we have the opportunity. Okay folks, we are on our way to Copenhagen. So you can't see the aircraft from the outside, but maybe I can give you a little peek through my view. So aircraft. Oh no, again? These weather injections. I used to think that this was a problem with my aircraft, but it's not. It's to do with the way P3D periodically injects traffic into the sim. And because the weather changes, then my speed also changes depending on where the wind's coming from. That's why we're getting those overspeed warnings. Usually it happens more gradually than that. Okay, let's have a look at incoming traffic into Copenhagen. How much traffic do we have? EKCH. 19 arrivals still coming in. I don't really have a good sense. It looks like there's a lot of them happening earlier than me. And honestly, I don't see much competing with me, timing-wise. So hopefully it'll be fine. As when we walked through the arrivals, we're actually going to be flying over the top to the north of Kastrup and then turning right downwind and then intercepting ILS 22 left. Should be fine. We can easily make Bravo 4, but there's a possibility we can make Bravo 3 as well. Exit. Oh, also, by the way, it's 1600 Zulu right now, but I rewound the P3D clock by 3 hours so that we could land in daylight. You know, I don't mind flying at night. In fact, I really like it. If you saw my short that I posted last night, it was a night flight. Where was it? Oh, it was from Bradley International in Connecticut to Washington Dulles. Yeah, the whole thing was a night flight. It was great. Loved it. But trouble is that even though it's nighttime now in Europe, which is great, or it's getting dark, it's not dark here yet. So I still have light coming in to my room from outside, and it makes it a little bit difficult to fly into a darkness in a sim, but while there's still light out in the room. So once I get proper blackout curtains, I think it's going to be easier. Look at that. We now have Copenhagen. Copenhagen approach is up. Dan Larson, 119er 805. So we might get ATC after all.
Answer traffic. Yeah, flight level 260 inbound yield. Proceed direct to RTEP and descending flight level 070.
Okay, yeah, so folks, I was just mentioning that I'm going to try to do the event tomorrow. It's Dubai to Istanbul. The window is 1200 Zulu to 1900 Zulu. But 12 for me, that's a 7 o'clock departure, which means I need to get in the cockpit around 5 something in the morning. So I'm going to try to depart as late as possible, but still arrive sort of within half an hour of the window. I don't know how long that flight takes, so maybe I'll do some preliminary checks. Okay, fuel check. Labil coming up. Bedroom 10. Labil, looks like it's gonna be 53.5. Wow, we're spot on as far as time goes. And fuel was 9.9. So we're 600 over right now. And I think I calculated based on 700 over, which could still happen. Top of descent, 135 miles. Boy, it looks like we just missed Germany ATC. Okay, so top of descent coming up. What's our next altitude down? We don't really have anything specific. I guess let's just go down to flight level 200. That's usually what we'll do for holds. And Lugas is the place where we would hold if necessary. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be necessary for any holding at Lugas. But we'll go down to flight level 200 just in case. Let's do another check for ATIS. Arrival 22 left is what we expected. QNH is 9er and 9er 3. Okay, let's make our rings. I don't think I did them before. Two left. So we'll do another fuel check at Dosur. Which we should be at 1626, so in about 9 minutes. Check conditions in Copenhagen. So currently light showers of rain, scattered clouds 1300, overcast 700. Our minimums is 110. So scattered 1300 feet, overcast 700 feet. Temperature 36 degrees Fahrenheit or 2 degrees Celsius. If there's precipitation, temperature is minus 27 degrees C, so it does become an anti-ice kind of situation. But now that weather is gone from the multifunction display, so I don't know whether I should worry about it or not. Okay, so we set flight level 200. We're not there yet. Top of descent is still 62 miles away, but we can still set it at flight level 200. VNAV path is engaged and we won't start descending until our top of descent. ahead and we're almost in Copenhagen airspace. Let's switch to approach control this frequency.
QNH 993.
Business start approved, Yankee 1, QNH 993, scan event 2868.
Scan 348, turn left heading 050 please.
050 degrees, scanning 348.
Brandon 98 Papa, turn left heading 310 degrees, descend 3000 feet.
Set 3006, turn left 310 and 9 Papa.
Copenhagen control, very good day. Nordic 962 descending level 90, test you chart.
Nordic 962, Copenhagen, Aarhus, identify, inspect vector, status boat, longitude to lift. Information is correct.
Expecting vector
Okay,
to
I think we're
Nordic
good with
962.
what we estimated.
Descend Papa Tango, turn right heading 030.
So could be heading to South of the Tango.
Right turn 030.
Right turn 030, equation to South of the Tango.
Scan 348, turn left heading 030.
Left 030, scanning 348.
Brandon Nana, Echo Papa, turn left heading 250 degrees, clear the left boat, longitude to lift.
250 degrees left, clear left approach to left, Renner 9 Echo Papa.
Nana, Echo Papa, a firm and speed 180 till 6.
12.5 miles to Tulsa,
180 speed, Renner 9 Echo Papa.
which is our top of descent as well.
180 till 6 dB. Finna 7 Papa Tango, speed 200. Finna 7 Papa Tango, turn left heading 310 degrees, descend 3000 feet.
F310, descend 3000 feet, Finna 7 Papa Tango.
Finna 7 Papa Tango, speed 210 knots or less.
210 knots or less, correction on that, Finna 7 Papa Tango.
Nordic 962, proceed direct LFPG, descent flight level 1, correction, descent flight level 80.
Some 580, direct to Big Nordic 962.
Establish LS to left, Renner 9 Echo Papa.
Running 9 Papa, wind 330 degrees, 8 knots, longitude to left, clear terrain.
Copy the wind clear to land to left, Renner 9 Echo Papa.
Finna 7 Papa Tango, turn left heading 250 degrees, clear that this boat, longitude to left, speed 180 till 6.
Left 250, clear left, runway 22 left, and speed 180 till 6, and a 7 Papa Tango.
Alright, we're descending. Let's do a descent checklist.
Descending to 3000 feet.
Descent checklist, pressurization, landing altitude has been set. Recall, check. Auto brakes set to 3. Landing data, flaps 30, 146 plus 6 correction, which would be 152. And approach briefing has been completed. Descent checklist complete. So maybe we'll touch base with them when we're at Lugas. Is the Copenhagen approach? Yeah, Copenhagen approach 119.85. Daniel Larson.
Scan 3.8, turn left heading 360.
Left 360, Scandinavian 348.
Required. Let's see.
Finish 7 Papa Tango, fully established, flight 22 left.
7 Papa Tango, want to continue approach.
Good.
Nordic 962, I'm unfortunately closing. You can monitor the come 122.8. Bye-bye.
Unicall, thank you very much. Nordic 962, ciao.
Oh, he's going offline.
Scan 348, turn left heading 3, correction 31, I'm sorry, left heading 300.
Left 300 degrees, Scandinavian 348.
Scandinavian 2868, ready for taxi.
Scan 2868, taxi 0.122 to right by Mike, Zulu and Alpha, cross runway 30.
Taxiing holding point runway 2 to right via Mike, Zulu and Alpha, cross runway 30, Scandinavian 2868.
Scan 348, turn left heading 250 degrees, cleared ILS approach, runway 2 to left.
Left 250 degrees, cleared LS approach, runway 2 Papa. Scandinavian 348.
Negative left 250 and cleared ILS 2 to left.
Cleared LS 2 left and left heading 250 degrees, Scandinavian 348.
Niner Eco Papa, runway back into.
Finder 7 Papa Tango, please take degrees 8 knots, runway 2 to left, cleared, thank you. Finder 7 Papa Tango, winds 32 degrees 8 knots, runway 2 to left, cleared, thank you.
Continue left, clear to land, finish 7 Papa Tango.
Now, Echo Papa, welcome to Copenhagen, taxi stand Foxtrot 1 via Bravo, Roman Whiskey, cross runway 30.
Two gate Foxtrot 1 via Bravo, crossing runway 30, Ryanair 9 Echo Papa. Bravo and Whiskey, sorry.
No worries.
Let's continue our descent to flight level 120.
And all stations, Copenhagen approach is closing, monitor to come 122.8. You have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Bye-bye. Thank you for control. Thank you.
okay.
Thank you for ATC, bye-bye.
Goodbye. That's alright, by the time we get there, there's not going to be any conflicts, I don't think. We'll keep going with our plan. Well, we should go to Unicom. We can hear anybody talking on the way in. Castro traffic, Europa 838, descending through flight level 225 for 120. Overhead Lugas, inbound Corsa, should be on the ground 22 left, 1656 Zulu, Castro traffic. Out of an abundance of caution, we'll do another fuel check at Corsa. We can already look to see what we had at Taos. Lugas was 8.8. Looks like it's 800 over now. Just validate that at Corsa coming up. Oh, we got some stormy clouds now. Course, 8 miles to go. Okay, let's put on empty ice now. There's enough messiness in the sky. Looks like 8.7. See, I can't dim down the horrible weather right now. I can turn it off, but I can't dim it. I've got to go contact spray all my USB connections. Okay, Corsa coming up. Looks like the time is going to be 1:22. And 8.7. Spot on the time. It's 800 over, so I've got to update. $800 over would be 146.3. No change though. Go down to 8,000 feet. So Copenhagen is out of it.
equipment. At this time, we ask that you store any electronic devices until you are safely parked at the gate, as use of such devices could interfere with the electronic landing equipment on board the aircraft. In final preparation for landing, please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seatbelts are in the upright position, and your tray tables are stowed. Any hand luggage should be underneath the seat in front of you or placed in the overhead locker. The flight attendants will be passing through the cabin one last time to complete their final compliance check and to collect any remaining cups or glasses.
Looks like this horrible weather. This guy going? Oh, he's departing, so he's probably climbing.
Present traffic, Nordic 9627 mile final to the left.
Yeah, I can see the Nordic. What happened to this guy? There he is. Yeah, he's climbing. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue. 10 miles ahead of us, and he's only 1,000 feet below us now. Hopefully he'll be climbing above us. Let's get down to 4,000.
Traffic.
You see the traffic.
Clear of conflict.
I think we're going to get that message coming up a couple of times. See what happens. He's above us now. Only 5 miles ahead. We're descending. There he is. Straight ahead.
Clear of conflict.
Present traffic, Nordic 962, 2 mile final for to the left.
Phew. That was close. Okay, outside air temperature now is 0 degrees centigrade, so this, you know what, I'm going to put the weather on that side and terrain on this side just for clarity. Just take it down to 3,000, which is our intercept.
Traffic, Nordic 962, vacating 22 left, taxiing Bravo, runway 12, Kilo 3, Lima, Alpha 6, stand.
Okay, we can switch off our anti-ice now. Well, at least we don't have any conflicts with our arriving traffic. We have a decel point after Charlie Hotel 626. Okay, let's go down 220 knots. Okay, let's go flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. Reduce speed 200 knots. Castro traffic, Europa 838, right base 22 left. Okay, flaps 5, speed check. Flaps 5. $180 knots. Approach mode. Warlock and glide slope armed. What the heck? Somebody else coming in?
Clear up conflict.
Castro traffic at Europa 838 captured ILS 22 left. 9 miles final. Gear down.
Okay, we will make a hold. Scanning 5 I think.
Okay, flaps 15, speed check. Flaps 15. Did he go around? I sure hope he did. Yeah, he's waiting for us. Yeah, he went around. Okay, flaps 30. Speed check. Flaps 30. 146, 152. Okay, speed brakes armed. Landing checklist, engine start switches to continuous, speed brakes armed, landing gear down, flaps green and 30. Landing checklist completed. Castro traffic, Europa 838, 5 miles final, runway 22 left.
Traffic 589G, exit help.
Approaching 2 left.
Autopilot disconnect. Auto throttle disconnect.
Flight slow. Flight approaching minimum.
We're good.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Landing.
50, 40, 30, 90, 10.
Morning traffic, scanning 518 kilo, class Alice Bershon way 22 left, 9 miles final.
Manual braking.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will take
Alright, we did
a
make
few
Bravo
moments
4.
to taxi to the gate, and we ask that you remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign
Europa
has been turned
838
off.
has
Any aircraft
vacated
passengers will please stop at the
22
gate.
left
That
and
will be the only
Bravo 4.
indication that it is safe to get up and move about the cabin. We also ask that you keep the aisle clear of any hand luggage. This is the termination of our flight, so we ask that you check the seatbelt pockets and overhead lockers for any articles you may have brought with you. Extra care should be taken when opening overhead lockers, as some items may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of the captain and his crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us and wish you all a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Okay, let's get the APU fired up. Europa 838 taxiing to parking bay Alpha 22 via Bravo, cross runway 30, and then via Zulu to Lima.
Red traffic, scanner 58 Yankee, landing runway 22 left, command traffic.
APU on the bus. Clear, clear.
Traffic.
Approaching 1, 2.
Somebody's landing. There he is. Let's go by Zulu. He was fighting for me. Okay, folks, we're on the ground in Copenhagen. Welcome to Copenhagen. We just need to taxi to our bay. And I think I said Alpha 22. APU bleed on, dual bleed on. Well, it's a rainy day in Copenhagen. Sun is coming down. We should turn on.
Scanner 58 Yankee, weekend runway at Bravo 5, command traffic.
Okay, next right. There's Alpha 22, I got it inside. Turn here.
Number chat. Server dash Copenhagen traffic, scanner 58 Yankee, taxing to gate Bravo 8 We are Bravo 5, Bravo, crossing over 30, Zulu and November. Command traffic.
Cancel traffic was on the 455 on final 22 left, 7 miles.
Okay, parked 1702. Fuel off. 1702. Wipers off. Let's get ground power on. APU bleed off and APU off. Let folks out of their seats and request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Welcome to Copenhagen. All right, we requested deboarding.
Passengers deboarding starting.
All right, let's continue shutting down our systems. All fuel pumps can go off, your damper off. Okay, window heat, pro heat's off, ATS is already off, electrics off. And we're closing for the day, so we'll turn the backs off as well while folks are deboarding. And let's turn the lights off. We'll close down the IRSs in a second, but let me go to set time report. Takeoff was 15:17. Landing was 16:54. Elapsed time was 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 42 seconds. Fuel remaining was 7.8. And landing rate. We'll check that out. Hey, buddy, did you join the flight? Welcome aboard. We're in Copenhagen now. Thanks, buddy. Okay, now we're about to check our landing rate. Landing rate, 69 feet per minute. Now that is way better than it actually was. I'll tell you about that in a second. The minus 69, minus 69. And because there was a bounce, and I know that this smart cars only catches the landing on the second bounce, not the first one. So that should not be the case. Anyway, there we have it. look like pretty steady flying despite the weather. Would love to see a flight to Firenze. Oh, okay. We can do that. Okay. Firenze. How about from Palma de Mallorca to Firenze? I've got, tomorrow morning I've got a flight scheduled from Dubai to Istanbul, but I can do the Firenze flight after that. How about that? Where would you like to fly from? I mean, I've got airports. I think Palma de Mallorca would be a nice one, but I could also do it from Munich. I could also do it from Barcelona, but Palma would be closer. Munich would also be closer. So I think Palma or Munich would be good points of origin to fly to Firenze. And Firenze is a short runway, so it's pretty exciting. So, which origin would you prefer, Palma or Munich? Palma is more fun. It's tropical. You got to pick that. Okay, it's a deal. Palma to Firenze. Okay, folks. Well, we are in Copenhagen. Got you here safely. Wasn't too much ATC, but it's not an event night. Usually that one would be, I think, Vectors to Copenhagen on Monday would be the busy one. But that I was trying to do that flight, but it didn't work out. And well, actually, there was a special VATSIM event from Paris to Copenhagen, and but that my sim was acting up. So anyway, we're done. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna do a flight from. It's also a VATSIM event. From if my systems are working correctly, it'll be from Dubai to Istanbul, and then following that, possibly the next day, it's going to be Palma de Mallorca to Firenze, based on my daughter's request. Absolutely, absolutement. Allora. Okay, folks. Well, that'll be a wrap for today. I'm glad the sim worked, especially considering we had to cancel the last couple of flights. But for today, we're done. So, ciao for now, and we'll catch you on the next one.